uplifting networking, uplifting information about what is going on around the world. The best sign that a conference is amazing is that you are leaving wanting more. And I think we all feel that way today. So are we all ready to say farewell? Yes, but the time has come. But it's a good response because we will be back for sure with Swami's blessing and Swami's grace. I'd like to, we all know that Swami made this happen. But he worked through hundreds and thousands of instruments to pull this whole conference together, pull this whole building together. So I'm sure on behalf of everyone here, we'd like to extend our deepest gratitude to so many people. The Prashanti Council, all the officers of the Prashanti Council. The SSIO zone chairs, SSIO committee chairs. The National Council presidents, the National Council teams from the various countries who came here. The speakers, the panel and workshop leaders, and everyone who shared their experiences and inspired us with their sweet stories. And all the delegates who made this happen. And above all, I'd like to thank the lovely, energetic, and kind and hardworking volunteers of this region, Southern California. And also so many across the USA and other countries, they helped create the program. They worked for months, organizing the logistics of this conference, the registration, transportation, the hospitality, the food, logistics, the AV audio video team, the altar, the decorations, and there's so many more. There's so many more. We can't even imagine. I can't begin to start saying all of it. But the countless hours that went into making all this possible is an offering at his divine lotus feet. No one expects anything but a smile on Swami's face when they're doing this work. It's so inspiring to be here. It feels like home. It feels like home. I'd like to now invite Dr. Reddy to share his valedictory address.
With love, gratitude, and reverence, I offer my prayerful pranams at the divine lotus feet of our loving and omnipresent Lord Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to every one of you. As Harish pointed out, it is amazing that already the conference is ending. That means everybody looks like happy and having good time, right? Yeah. The main thing is we feel Swami's presence and divine love. That is why we are all happy. And wherever I went, people were pointing out. Somebody said, "Oh, Sri Sai Baba was looking at me and smiling me." They were feeling that. And somebody said, "Swami is walking towards me." Some people were making comment. Somebody said, "I saw Swami sitting in the chair." That means Swami, for different ways, Swami was showing his presence and love here. And we are hearing this, and hope we'll have more of these conferences. But as we all know, who is in charge? We are grateful to the head of this organization and the Lord of the universe, our mother, father, guru, and guide, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. We are really, repeatedly we heard, we are blessed and fortunate to be the contemporaries of the avatar, having heard his name, seen his form, and heard his words, divine words. But sometimes we really do not know how blessed and fortunate we are. We take it granted. So here I shared this before in some gatherings. I want to remind myself and others. In 1994, Swami, in his love and compassion, invited me and my wife to be his guests in Kodaikanal. So that is, you spend 3 weeks with Swami. That is, you are living with God. So you are having breakfast with him, lunch with him, dinner with him. More than that, you will also go on picnics with him, entertainment, and all that. So God, everything with God. So during that time, one of the days, only me and that late Professor Sampath, he was an exemplary devotee and he was the Vice Chancellor of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. We were just sitting at the Divine Lotus feet. He was so happy, this wonderful man. He's a great scientist and a very humble devotee. Swami, I'm so much in bliss. I don't know what good I did in this lifetime. I don't know what good, but I must have done something good in my previous life to be able to sit at your Divine Lotus feet, to be in your presence. Swami said, no. It is not the good merit of yours, but the combined good merit of all your previous generations of your ancestors combined together gave this opportunity to be at your Divine Lotus feet. That how blessed we are, we don't understand. So this is really, it is out of his love and grace we came to know of him. But as I said, sometimes we don't realize the import. I remember this funny incident which happened in Prashanthi Nilayam. You know, Swami's room, that time he was in the mandir, people give so many things. They get cluttered and too many things. And one of the times, students were cleaning up the room. And then during the cleaning up, they came up with a deer skin. It was there. Yeah, so that student, he was a good boy. He asked Swami, Swami, what should I do with this? Swami said, take that skin, deer skin, go to Himalayas, sit down and do your tapas. That boy is good. He said, oh, okay, Swami. Then Swami asked, why do you want to go there? Then he said, to realize God. He said, you're seeing God here. Why do you want to go to? Because that boy didn't realize. We don't realize. We see God, but we don't realize really He is divine. We seek God. That is why Swami said, don't seek God, but see God. For that, we always need to be connected with God. Everybody said we had a beautiful experiences here. We cannot be here forever, for that matter, anywhere in the world, even in this on the earth. So we were in Vrindavan. We have some of the students are here. They know we have what is called Trai session. You know, Swami, universe is his mansion, but some specific places in Prashanthi Nilayam, Ejur Mandir, that is where he used to stay. In Vrindavan, he used to stay in Trai Vrindavan, in Kodaikanal, Sai Shruti. So in Vrindavan, Swami was, actually how it also shows his hospitality, and Swami was arranged the anniversary. And that time, I think Leonardo also was there, some of the Prashanthi Council members. Swami invited us to the dinner. Amazing. That is what you have demonstrated here, loving hospitality, right, to Leonardo? Swami was at the door. He is the Lord of the universe at the door, taking us in, telling us where each one sits. Not only that, what each one likes. He doesn't like spicy food, don't give him spicy food, give a sandwich. And then somebody says they from Andhra, they give him a lot of pickles. And he says, Narendra, he likes sweets, give him sweets. That's why, like that, each one, he showed what really hospitality means. God showed how you treat. And here, a lot of our team members, I really congratulate them for their wonderful, loving hospitality. They treated devotees as God. And here, another thing is, one time we were having a session, 3 sessions with Swami invites some of all the students and some devotees to be with him, and he gives more informal talks there, not a big discourse. And then after a few weeks, everybody has to go back to their home or college and all that. Then students were crying because nobody wants to be away from physical form of Swami because he's so sweet, divine. Then Swami said very profound thing. This experience, whatever experience, whether in Prashanti, Brindavan, here, it cannot be permanent. But when you take these experiences in your heart and relive the experiences, then you are always connected to God. And he gave an example like a cow, when it goes into the field, it grazes the grass, eats a lot, and then it goes away and sits in a corner and brings up the cud and goes and chews and then digests it. So that is the way. So even though our experiences could be limited, we can relive those experiences, then we are all connected with God. That is the way to always be connected with God. And I know we have heard beautiful experiences from many devotees. We had workshop leaders sharing, summaries, and panel discussions we had, nice young adult program, SSC children's programs were good. More than that, the climax was Swami's divine discourse. Particularly, every day was good. You can't say this is but today was the best, where Swami said, the goal is self-realization, and he said the 2 wings, which you go there, is love and service, and he explained that. So all these things we heard, very difficult. So everybody gave formula. What is it? Chamatkar, samskar, paropkar, sakshatkar, self-confidence, so many fourfold formulas. But finally it comes to the practice. Here, I think some of you might have heard, Swami showed the story of a sculptor and the king. This king was generous in giving things for all people, charitable. So one time a great sculptor, he brought 3 statues and he presented to the king. And he said, Your Majesty, reward each statue what it is worth, the value. But they looked identical. How can you say the value is different? But he had a wise minister, so he gave the solution. I will handle this. He put a wire in one of the ears of the statue. It came out through the other ear. He says, this is the lowest kind, give $100 for this, he said. The next one he put in the ear, it came out through the mouth. He says, this is better, give $1,000, 10 times. The other one he put in the ear, it didn't come out at all. He says, this is the best. You can give even your half a kingdom for that. Similarly, Swami says, spiritual seekers are 3 kinds. One, they hear, it goes through one ear and comes out through the other ear. They say, oh, this is the beautiful talk I ever heard. And what did he say? Oh, I don't know. Like, scratch the head. Because Swami used to test us all. So Swami used to give beautiful divine discourse and used to call some of us in the inner interview room. And he asked, how was my discourse? He doesn't need a certificate, but his love is to his children. He asked, how was it? Everybody says, oh, Swami, the most powerful discourse was enough. Then Swami says, what did I say? So that is why from there I had a very active listening. I used to always memorize points, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is what it is, and I used to blurt out. So similarly, whatever it is, you need to remember. So you need to have not passive listening, but active listening. Second, they are better than that. They hear, but they can give talks or write books, some like most of us do. They are better kind. Swami says, but they listen, at least they remember the points and talk. But the best are those where it goes in, it doesn't come out. They just digest, and their life is the message of the Lord. Because they live the life. They don't need to say one word. That is called Dakshinamurti method. Their very presence radiates peace, love, and happiness. That is like Nisargadatta Maharaj, like Bhagavan Ramana, great teachers. They live their life. They don't need to say one word. That's why Swami had in one of the schools, his school, secondary school in the front, Dakshinamurti. The Dakshinamurti is one form of Lord Shiva, where the teacher is young, the students are old, and this discourse is going under a banyan tree, and the method of instruction is silence. This maunam vyakhyanam, they say, it teaches through silence. And what happens? Doubts of the devotees are all gone. So he wants us to evolve to that level. So then once you practice, because I often quote this May 17th, 1968, Swami's discourse in the First World Conference, he says, to reach the goal of life, that is self-realization or liberation or nirvana, whatever we call, he says, the best way, we repeatedly heard that today, is to implicitly, immediately, completely follow his divine command. It will give you, actually Swami underscored, it will give you more benefit than all the austerities like japa, meditation, they're all good. Than all the service activities you do, follow my divine command. Because that is the ultimate thing to reach the goal. So that is why this is third people who really practice his teachings are the one which takes us to the goal. I know we all experienced, we have moved a long way in the divine mission, but we need to go forward. Swami says, don't be static. That is what Kathopanishad says. What does it say? Uttishtata jagrata prapya varan nibodhita. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Sometimes we are arise, get up, but we may not be awake, somnambulalism, we may be sleepwalking. So we need to not only arise, but we need to be alert, awake. But once you are awake, it should be tread till we reach the goal, which is the goal supreme. But this spiritual life, Kathopanishad says, Churashya dhara. It is like walking on a razor's edge. All of us have many challenges. Recently, COVID and the other challenges, I don't want to mention what are various challenges we had, but all of us faced the challenges with courage, determination, and strength. I really congratulate all of you who could hold on to Swami in this tough time. That is real spiritual strength. Because every one of us will be a saint in a shrine room, in our puja room, in our house. But when you face the challenges, when you are part of a divine mission, when you have to encounter all this, still you are able to hold on to him and face the challenges with equanimity and cheerfulness, then that is really spiritual. Somebody said, how do you know the spiritual advancement? That is the spiritual advancement. But as I said, we should not be content because we need to reach the goal. That is why we need to go forward. Swami said, nice story about going forward. I'll try to conclude. So there was a woodcutter. He was a very poor man. He was just by cutting wood, and he has a big family. Sometimes these unfortunate poor people have more children and families, so he was not able to support the family. He was sad. One time he heard there was a great saint who came to the village, and he was giving mantras and helping so many people. So this man went. He wanted, this man can give me some mantras by which I can get money and I can get rid of my poverty. And he asked the sage. The sage was very pleased. How are you? Then he said, go forward. That is the mantra he gave. He was disappointed. He says, go forward. What is this go forward? So he came home. He told his wife, this saint is helping everybody. When I asked the help, he says, go forward. And I was disappointed. His wife, she is smart. That's why somebody said wife, W-I-F, wife is wisdom invited forever. So he said, go forward. Just like tomorrow you go to the usual place. Instead of that, go forward another 100 yards. So next day, okay, listen to the wife. We have to. Otherwise, it will be, instead of wisdom, it will be worries invited forever if you don't listen. So he went forward and he found sandalwood trees. So then he thought, my God, that is good. He cut the sandalwood trees and that much more, bring much more money. He was happy. So yeah, so much more money. Then his wife said, why do you stop there? He said, go forward, did he say to the sandalwood. So next day, okay, he followed. Next he went forward, and then he found copper mines. And he sold it, made more money. Then this went on, go forward. Then he went silver mines, then gold mines, and finally diamond mines. That is the last stage. Swami says, diamond mines, dye your mind. Once that mind, because mind is the one which is cause for our bondage and liberation. So once we realize our obstacle is gone, then we realize we are divine. There is nothing else need to be done. We had a panel on self-realization. First is to do all these spiritual practices to reach the goal. Finally, you realize a point, you never need to do that. You're already that, but all the spiritual practices is to realize that really you didn't need that. You're already divine. And for that also, I will conclude with that. Another beautiful story, some of you know, but it is worth remembering. It was a favorite of Swami Vivekananda. Somebody was mentioning about lioness, the story of a lioness. So this lioness was going in the forest. It was sick and gave birth to a baby cub and died. And then meanwhile, a shepherd who happened to go that way, he was very compassionate, as we talked about yesterday, opossums and koala bears in Australia. People who are compassionate to animals, some places in donkeys. This is good. This man was compassionate shepherd. He took that cub and he brought it along with the other sheep. Then this cub became a small baby lion, and it grew along with the sheep, eating grass and bleating like a sheep. Then one day, a big lion was going that way. She said, my God, she couldn't believe that among the sheep there was a lion, a baby lion. She was shocked. So then it went to catch this baby lion. Along with the sheep, this baby lion started running away. So then finally, it had the power to get hold of the baby lion, took it back, and took him to the nearby lake and said, showed, you and I are one. See my image, your image. You are also a lion, but you are like a sheep. You are running away. That is number one. Number two, you are eating grass, and you are bleating like a sheep. Then he says, look, you and I are one. So don't bleat like sheep, but roar like a lion. That is why Swami says, let us be lions of Vedanta, lions of Advaita, to realize and assert our Godhood and realize that we are divine. That is the whole purpose of our life and this conference and this organization. So I pray to Swami to bless all of us so that with intensity, love, unity, and sincerity, we tread the path and reach the goal in this very lifetime. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Reddy, for your valedictory address and inspiring words and reminding us of some of the core messages. We will now have a unison singing program, but before we commence that, the team has requested 5 minutes of setup time. So if people can be here or do whatever you need to do, but 5 minutes, and then we'll start. Yes, please do Yeah, please do stay, enjoy the altar, close your eyes, meditate.
individually.
Sairam. 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 Sairam.
Sairam. Sairam.
Seema.
Sairam. 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 Sairam.
Sairam. Sairam.
Sairam, Sairam,
Sairam.
Sairam,
Sairam.
Sairam.
Sairam. Sairam. Sairam.
Sairam.
Sairam.
Sairam.
That's gonna be sick.
Swami has said, and I quote, "The basic truth in all religions is one and the same. The philosophical ideas or practices and methods of approach may vary, but the final objective and goal is only one. All religions proclaim the oneness of divinity and preach the cultivation of universal love without regard to caste, creed, country, or color." We started this wonderful conference with an incredibly elevating discussion on unity of faiths by the interfaith leaders. And it is only appropriate that we end with an expression of love for all faiths in many different languages. We're all gathered here from so many different countries, speaking many different languages. This team here has put together an amazing collection of songs sung in English, Spanish, Arabic, Hebrew, Latin. So let us take this opportunity to demonstrate that we are united in Sai. And by the way, this event, all of you are also participating. So everyone, please join in. There will be words presented there with some simple instructions. Please follow along and sing along with a full heart, with a full and open-throated voice. Jai Saram.
Ganesh Sharanam, Ganesh Sharanam, Ganesh Sharanam, Ganesh Sharanam, always protecting me. You're always guiding me. Saisha Sharanam, Saisha Sharanam, Saisha Sharanam, Saisha Sharanam. You're always protecting me. You're always guiding me. You're always protecting me. You're always guiding me. Ganesha Sharanam, Ganesha Sharanam. You're always protecting me. You're always guiding me. Saisha Sharanam, Saisha Sharanam. You're always protecting me. You're always guiding me. Ganesha Sharanam. All I ask for you is forever to remember me as loving you. All I ask of you is forever to remember me as loving you. Ishkala mahbub lela, Ishkala mahbub lela, Ishkala mahbub lela, Ishkala mahbub lela. All I ask of you Thanks to the Lord, for He is good, and His love endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, and His love endures forever. He is good, and His love will forever endure. We will bless His name as we all proclaim that His love endures forever. He made the moon and the stars at night, and His love endures forever. With outstretched arm and by His might, and His love endures forever. Adonai, Adonai, Baruch Hashem Adonai, Adonai Melech, Adonai Melech, Adonai Yeshua Kini. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, and His love endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, and His love endures forever. He is good, and His love will forever endure. We will bless His name as we all proclaim that His love endures forever. You are good, and your love will forever endure. We will bless your name as we all proclaim your love endures forever. Your love endures forever. Your love endures forever. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you. luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. Namo Amitofo. Namo Amitofo. 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 Namo Amitofo. Namo Kwansayin Pusa. Namo Kwansayin Pusa. Kwansayin Pusa. Kwansayin Pusa. Namo Kwansayin Pusa. Namo Sai Baba. Namo Sai Baba. Sai Baba. Sai Baba. Namo Sathya Sai Baba. Namo Amitofo. Namo Amitofo. 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 Namo Amitofo. Namo Kwansayin Pusa. Namo Kwansayin Pusa. Kwansayin Pusa. Kwansayin Pusa. Namo Kwansayin Pusa. Namo Sai Baba. Namo Sai Baba. Sai Baba. Sai Baba. Namo Sathya Sai Baba. Namo Sathya Sai Baba. Namo Sathya Sai Baba. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am all, eternal love. I am all, eternal love. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am true, I am peace, divine bliss. I am true, I am peace, divine bliss. Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love, I am love, your love. I am love, I am love, your love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am all, eternal love. Through this life of distraction and of illusion, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am true, I am peace, divine bliss. Ananda Swarupa, He Prema Swarupa, remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love, your love. I am love, your love. I am love, your love. I am love, I am love, your love. Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Siya hamba, siya hamba, siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Siya hamba, siya hamba, siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, we are marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, we are marching, we are marching in the light of God. Siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. 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 Siya hamba, siya hamba, siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Siya hamba, siya hamba, siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, we are marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, we are marching, we are marching in the light of God. Siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Siya hamba ku kanyang kwengkos. Adoramus Christe, adoramus Christe, adoramus Christe, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Adoramus Christe, adoramus Christe, adoramus Christe, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Adoramus Christe, adoramus Christe, adoramus Christe, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Solo Dios eres tú, mi Señor, Jesucristo Mahavira, un solo Dios y nada más, Jehová, oh Allah, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Sai, solo una sola humanidad, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará, un solo Dios eres tú, mi Señor, Jesucristo Mahavira, un solo Dios y nada más, Jehová, oh Allah, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Sai, Zoroastro, Guru Nanak, Mazda, Buddha, Narayana, Sathya Sai Baba nos unirá en una sola humanidad, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará, un solo Dios reinará, un solo Dios nos amará. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 शंकर महादेवा
हर हर शंकर महादेवा,
हर हर शंकर महादेवा
हर हर शंकर महादेवा,
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा,
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा,
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा,
ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा
ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा,
महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा,
सदा शिवा शंभो महादेवा
सदा शिवा शंभो महादेवा,
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर,
हर हर शंकर महादेवा
हर हर शंकर महादेवा,
ओम हर 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 महादेवा
ओम हर 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 महादेवा,
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा,
हर 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 महादेवा ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा
ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा,
महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा,
ओम हर 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 महादेवा
ओम हर 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 महादेवा,
ओम हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा,
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा,
ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा
ओम शिव 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 सदा शिवा,
महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा,
सदा शिवा महादेवा
सदा Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmuganatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Shanmuganatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam. Shiva, 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 Subramanyam, Hara, 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 Subramanyam. Shiva, 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 Subramanyam, Hara, 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 Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Sharavana Bhava Subramanyam, Guru Sharavana Bhava 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 Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmuganatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmuganatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam, Hara, 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 Subramanyam. Shiva, 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 Subramanyam, Hara, 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 Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Sharavana Bhava Subramanyam, Guru Sharavana Bhava Subramanyam. Shiva, Sharavana Bhava Subramanyam, Guru Sharavana Bhava Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Shiva, Shiva, Hara, Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, Hara, Shiva, Shiva, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmuganatha, Subramanyam. Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Sainatha, Subramanyam. Om Tat Sat Shri Narayana Purushottama Guru Siddha Buddha Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavaka Savita Pavaka Brahmamazatu Yavashatitu Yesu Pita Prabhutu Rudra Vishnutu Rama Krishnatu Rahimataotu Rahimataotu Vasudevado Vishwarupatu Chidananda Haitu Advitiyatu Akala Nirbhaya Atmalinga Shivatu Atmalinga Shivatu Atmalinga Shivatu. Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Sathya Sai Hare Bhakta Jana Samrashaka Bhakta Jana Samrashaka Pati Maheshwara. Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Shashivadana Shrikara Sarva Pranapate Swami Sarva Pranapate Ashita Kalpalatika Ashita Kalpalatika Apatandava. Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Mata Pita Guru Daivam Mariyantayunide Swami Mariyantayunide Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nada Brahma Jagannatha Nagendra Shayana. Om जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप श्री साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय परमं पवित्रं विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थं मोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं idamaश्रयामि Sacred, holy and supreme is Baba's Vibhuti, pouring forth in brilliant streams His way of Vibhuti. So auspicious is its might, it grants liberation. Baba's Vibhuti, its power protects
Sai Ram. But wait, it's not over yet. Tomorrow, there will be a celebration of Aradhana Day. I'll just, if you get the program slide up there, just briefly mention that. We will start at 6 a.m. with morning prayers. Then there'll be a breakfast, 7 a.m., bhajans, and then a divine discourse by Swami. And then there'll be inspiring talks by several devotees talking about Swami's glory, his life, his message, and his works, followed by sharing experiences and with Swami and love and gratitude to him. And then the program will conclude with a vote of thanks and devotional singing and arati. So just some logistics for this evening and some housekeeping announcement. There was a cell phone for Miss Jaya Mistry that was found at the registration desk on the ladies' side. Please do pick it up. So before we break for dinner, we have an opportunity to take photographs of the altar. So there'll be some of the senior officers will be here, and those of us who did not have a chance to take some photographs in the morning, please feel free to come up here, and we'll spend about, about 30 minutes or so taking photographs here. And then we will take a photograph of all the delegates outside, like we did yesterday, at around 7 p.m. So please do assemble there, and we'll take a photograph with everybody like we did yesterday, because some were not there yesterday, so we will take it again today. Jai Sai Ram.